Hi, welcome to the Festival TV studios. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us where you're from?
Hi, I'm Mark Dunn Wilson. I'm from Cornwall, in Truro in Cornwall. I'm Methodist minister there, superintendent there, and travelled up yesterday, and it's wonderful.
Good journey?
Great journey. Yeah, I left early enough to sort of beat most of the bank holiday traffic. I understand the main road was closed soon after I left because of an accident, and when you've only got one main road coming out of the county, it can cause chaos, but I managed to avoid it.
Are you enjoying it so far?
I'm having a wonderful time. The sun's shining, everyone's buzzing, it's great.
Perfect. What are you doing here this weekend?
I'm actually leading the Bible studies in the mornings. Great privilege to be able to do that, and I'm really looking forward to it. First one this morning.
And the theme this weekend is Holy Ground. How are you going to go about packing that in the Bible studies?
I think we start with the idea that, you know, this is a very special place, but of course that's not making it holy ground. Holy ground is where we meet God, where we encounter God, and we're going to explore that together. And I guess one of the things I want to get across is that, you know, if you get anything from that story of Moses and the burning bush in Exodus, is that God meets you in unexpected places. And I hope that this week people will meet God where they're not expecting him. They'll find him saying things to them that they weren't expecting. Then as the week goes on, we're going to explore the idea of holiness in being holy people set apart by God to do his work, and then what that looks like practically in the last study when we think about holy living and how we live our life for Christ for real.
That's really good. Do you think we're currently in a time of struggle and change and growth in the Methodist Church? Do you think the impact of that sometimes being kind of throwing the baby out with the bathwater, places like this losing their heritage? Do you think that's an issue? Or?
I think there's a danger of that. I think we're in a transition time. I think we're in a really interesting, challenging time where, in a sense, we're sort of caring for the church that we've inherited and for the people for whom that meets the spiritual needs. But alongside that, we have to try and grow and develop a church under God's guidance, which will take us into the next hundreds of years. So I think it's important that we have our heritage, but that we're able to look at that as a springboard. We learn from it. The heritage story, the old story, helps us tell our story, but we need to be writing our story as well.
And what are you most excited about this weekend?
I just think it's great to see all sorts of people, some of which I know, and the danger of being in a place like this is I'm the only one that hasn't changed. You know, everyone else looks different. It's only me that hasn't changed. And you sort of meet people that you should recognise and don't. But the real buzz is just to have people of all ages together, all different experiences, all different parts of the church as well, all here really to meet with God and to see what God wants to say.
Thanks so very much for coming by, and we'll see you again soon.
Brilliant, that'd be great.
Thank you.